What is up, guys? I'm somewhere a little bit different today. I decided to switch things up and go to a different track to go drifting. Normally on these videos I'm at Apple Valley Speedway, the track formerly known as Grange, or at Willow Springs, but I remembered, oh, there's another drift track in Southern California I can go to. So today, for the first time, I'm at Adams Motorsports Park in Riverside, California, and I'm gonna see what this track is all about. Right now, on Wednesdays, they do drift morning, so it's 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. track time for $100. Let's see how it goes. Track like barricaded off, so you pretty much get like 2 turns and a couple of mangies. It's not super fun, if I'm quite honest. You're kind of just up against a bunch of walls, so you can't go super deep in your mangies, and you only have 2 real turns to enjoy the car. So yeah, I'm not sure about this. Few issues with the car so far. Changed the oil last night, motor's ticking a lot. I think it's probably actually a header leak, because that's what happened last time. I'll have to check that when I get my jack back. I loaned it to a guy. Then my passenger front coilover is creaking when I steer. Makes the steering feel stiff, not good. It was quiet until I got here. I tried adjusting the shocks and got really sticky. So I tried adjusting the shocks back. Hopefully it's a bit quieter. Angle kit is still torqued to spec this time, so hopefully the car doesn't fall apart. Just learning the track right now, so let's get back to it. Trying a tire sprayer for the first time. I lost a bunch of rear grip on the last run, so I figured these tires are overheating. And sure enough, you can see smoke coming off them when I spray them, so they're a little warm. You can see chunking on the edges. At this point in the day, myself and several of the more experienced drivers here talked to the management running the event and said, hey, can you guys open up more of the track? You know, a lot of these corners are blocked off with cones, and I guess for whatever reason, they thought we were talented enough to handle it, so they did. First one up is what's called the Monza corner. So you take this super sharp up-down banking. Basically, you have to drag the handbrake really deep into it, basically to get the car to do a U-turn as soon as you get up the bank, and then get back on the power coming down. Then right after that, they turn you back straight and give it some more curvature with that little bus stop area, which again, just makes it more fun to flick the car around at low speed. Don't worry, I get all of this down way better as the video goes on. Man, this Monza corner is so tricky. You can see I'm kind of eyeing my way in when I drag the handbrake to really get the car set up to exit the corner. But as soon as I kick the clutch and try to come back on the power, the car just bogs. Because of that steep embankment, there's so much compressive force in the rear wheels, the car's a lot of traction coming out of there. So I figured out a little trick. As I'm dragging the handbrake into the corner, obviously the clutch is in to lock those rear wheels up.
I'm also, the next time, going to rev the engine all the way to redline and just pop the clutch right at the top of the hill. That way, hopefully, at 6,500 RPM, I have enough power to keep those rear tires spinning all the way through and X out with a little bit more power and gusto. Close, but not enough RPM, so the engine still bogged coming out of Monza. I was able to link the rest of the track, but it was pretty sloppy because my rear tires had overheated, so after this lap I went out into the pits and sprayed them down again to cool them off. Fortunately, the grip did come back. I finally nailed Monza corner, and it was so sick linking that part of the track together. Until I messed up and spun the car out, basically. Oops. But something interesting happened after this, because I got flagged down by a guy driving a 350Z, and he was really wheeling the car. He was definitely the most talented driver there. He asked if I wanted to do tandems, and of course, I said yes. So here's what happened next. I'm pretty consistent, but this Z driver was pinpoint precise, and so anytime he made a little gap and pulled away from me further and further, I kept making more and more mistakes trying to close that gap. Though on the second run, I think we got things dialed in. Check it out.
Z in tandem. He was like 100 more horsepower than me, but I'm gonna try my best.
Hey, the Z driver side didn't totally suck at tandems, which, when it comes to tandems, is kind of my best possible scenario. Jokes aside, let's wrap this video up with my best solo run of the day.
Super dope day at Adams Motorsports Park. I love this format, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. because, you know, it's summer, it's freaking hot, it's almost 90 degrees already, it's only 1 p.m. But for $100 ended up being a ton of seat time, just because there were only in total 8 cars that showed up at the very end of the day. It was also cool, we got to do tandems with that 350Z. Sorry, it's hard to talk, I'm very dehydrated. Tandems with that 350Z driver who was killing it, and made a few new track day buddies. Hope to see a few of those guys at future events. And yeah, awesome day. I'll put a link to Adams Motorsports Park website down below so you can see what the event is like and see if you want to sign up for yourself. They're in Riverside, California, right at the freeway. It's super easy to get here. It may not be quite as sick of a track as Apple Valley Speedway in my opinion, but it's so much closer and so much more accessible for most people that it's definitely worth checking out. And I think that's all I got. I need to head home now. I haven't eaten yet today. It's now, I think it's like what, 1:30, 1:32. I'm ready to eat. I'm ready to go home, drink some water, maybe take a nap, and edit this video. So, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time where I go do more fun things with cars. Bye!